So, yo, Mr. Mills with another one, a random thought. Busy week right now mentally. You get me into the solar select, all kind of good things happening. But make, what I'm going for today, man. I'm a Facebook. I like it still. So I made a post about how do you feel about beating your kids. Let's see what most of the people say. When I looked at it, most of the people were saying yes, they agree with beating their kids. A lot of people saying no. I chose to remain. I respect everybody's opinion. Like. For the ones that said no, I pressed love. Yeah, because I came from a place of this, of beatings, and a lot of there were some excuses out there, and that some people was even saying things. But if you're black, you know about this. Is that's how we do it. That's why. But those kids are still doing the things that they did, and I did the things that I did, and I got beatings. So I don't know if it works. I don't know if it really works, people. So I was saying anyway, the person that I am right now, out of love alone, to love something, you have to love all. And anything you love, you don't try to hurt. It's an easy way out. You know what I'm saying? It's an easy way out to sort out, assume that you sorted the problem. It's a solution that you've learned. It's a behavior pattern that you thought there was no more other behavior patterns to deal with your loved one. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's right. The government execute people. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that their judgment is right. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like smacking and things, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get it. But, my mom used to break broomsticks and stuff and do many things, but today they probably would call it child abuse. I love my mom. I took them. After a while, I'm so human that I became numb to this. Yeah, but like smacking, I get it, because, like if your kid is going for the hot stove and they're going like this and they're reaching out, you kind of slap their hand down. It doesn't really hurt. It's like an embarrassment, a shock, a warning. I totally get that. You know what I'm saying? But when you go into a disagreement, when you're fucking up your youth, if I'm around, I probably would intervene. Because I used to, I come from, I got several youths. I'm a big man. My first 2 years, probably I gave them, my other son, I used to give him disciplined beatings, I used to call it. Because I came from, so I didn't want to give him the same thing, so I called myself doing it in a different manner. I used to tell him to come in the room whenever he got suspended from school, and I used to pull down their trousers and they take off my belt and say, I'm giving you 5. I give him braka, 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 braka. I give him them 5 licks. He ain't even crying. He ain't even crying feeling. Man made of crocodile skin, but still, it was something that I loved. I sent him to his room and put him on punishment. I ground him, take away his cord on his PlayStation and all these things, and leave him in there with the PlayStation and the joystick and all the games and no cord, and put him on some solitary confinement thing. But after a while, I didn't have to do this no more, because even he got the graft of it, and I've had 4 other kids since after him, and I have I've actually like flicked them when they're doing something naughty on the hand. I'm just gotta be honest with what I've done, but I have not touched my kids. I refuse to touch them because it's something that I love. You understand? All these lame excuses, saying that it's part of black culture, and it's it's not. It's a slave mentality. It's just like knife crime. It's we was taught not to have no value for self. You understand? They taught us, they beat us. So if your child was doing a job for you that the master told you to do right, if they didn't do it right, probably you'd get a beating. So just to make sure all your friends or whatever, your people, whatever there, you probably would put your hand on them and scorn them away if the job ain't done properly, because you level up, you're gonna get judgment for it. So it's more, they used to beat us, whip us, and we lost value for each other within that time. You know what I'm saying? We lost value seeing this. You know, that we thought, we assumed that it ran on in history, where we assume we don't have no value for each other's life, our own kids and all of this thing. But we come from love. You know, we don't come from slavery. We come from a legacy of Africans, of star angels, of star spiritual beings. You know, that was taught in a time period, you know, that can be washed away. Of course, there can be different ways that you discipline your child, because discipline is key. Before your child can learn practical things in a learning environment, he needs to learn discipline, and discipline is key. I can't pick the way that you discipline your child because every child is different. Yeah, I can't pick the tactic that you discipline your child because every child is different. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of topics going on this week, you know, like domestic violence. A couple of sad things happened this week, and you know, we got to get out this non-value thing. You know what I mean? We're killing our own baby fathers and husbands and mothers and fathers against child. I'm not a religious person, but they said it. Mother and father and child shall rebel against child, and you know what I'm saying? We got to stop this no value shit. You understand? You know, if someone is hurting you and you can't do nothing about it, this goes out to children, women, men, everything. Call the fucking feds. If you ain't got the brother or the team to fucking defend it, yeah, and your parents are fucking hurting you, it's not real love. Yeah, I just get in this number shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. Yeah, you don't need them people there to take, because if they find that they're gonna take them away from you anyway, the social services, why are you beating it? Come and sit them down. Go back to some old school reasoning. Interact with each other more. Show some more love. There must be something that you can do. You can pull up your socks a little bit more. There must be something you can do. They're laughing at timeout. I heard you naughty chair, but it's not a timeout. It's a place for them to relax, you know, breathe, and you talk over to them about the things, the actions that just took place. You understand? It's about counseling your child and counseling your lovers. It's not about the hurt. Yeah? And I know, you know, it's like you're saying, some people would say this girl cheated on, or whatever, your girl was feisty on you. And the man, he gave her a slap. Bang! So there's a certain percentage of people of you are going to agree with that and say, yeah, she was feisty or she was rude, so she deserved that slap. But she doesn't deserve no physical harm. Let it go, innit? Let them people there out of your life. Oh, give up, you know what I mean? Yeah? You got the youth them out there stabbing up each other. Because if that's what, you know, I come from an animalistic place. My mom, you know, I might have disobeyed, but if a boy tests me on the road, I eat him like dog food. I come from the era that my mom used to go out there, we'll meet you outside, and my mom's watching us win or lose, but I'm getting in trouble for losing. I eat you because I come from this lifestyle. You understand? I come from Jamaica, you know, we come from a place where we come from being, so we turn raw. Some of our antics today, a lot. You know, we got Jamaicans, we got Yardies. You know, nobody might not know what I'm talking about. We got two separate people. Some of them is a demonic spirit. Anything negative is no good. So, scolding your child, I get the little smack on the hand, and you know, he's about to touch the iron. You know, throw the hairdresser in the bathtub. You know, you scold, and you don't even have to smack it then. You can choose to learn and ask the universe how to get through and get a connection with your child. So this random thought this week was just about all of this thing. You know, I seen this comment in the thing, and you know, like I said, at one stage of the time, I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because one more time, like I wrote here. Yeah, that, you know, it's disrespecting, the physical is just a physical body for the spirit. So you can't even hurt the spirit. You're causing pain onto the physical body in this realm. You understand? So you're beating a spirit, which can be battered. The shell can be battered and bruised. You understand? The spirit can obviously get stronger and defeat all the mindset of the hurt and being a victim of your fucking torture. Obviously, because it's the spirit. But the physical shell is getting trauma. You understand? From the experience. You're holding trauma. It's going to take a strong spirit to beat all of this trauma that you're going through. You understand? You get me? So I'm saying, how the fuck do you beat a spirit? How do you cause physical harm to a spirit? Yeah? I'm just saying, have value. Yeah? Have value. Have value. Bring forth value. Or the youth them, bring forth value. I love my youth them. Yeah? So what? You look dissing me because I don't beat my youth. Because I love them. Yeah? See one of them there? Yeah? See one of them there? Yeah, because I don't beat them. You look mad at me. But we good. You understand? We good. I don't need to be a sheep and follow you. Look, I'm going to try to choose a different path and hope that it works. You understand what I'm saying? If your way works, it works. But you have to pay homage and karma unto that. Because to love one, you have to love all. Yeah, there's a crazy post, you know. But stop beating your bumble clot youth them. Like I told I ain't gonna lie to no one, you know. Yeah, my doorbell. I'll be back. Stop beating your bumble clot. Load them zoop. That child abuse stage, tearing off their head and this and that and all the negative, the verbal abuse and all of this thing. Sit them down and reason. Make a connection. Boom bam. Zoop. Enough of you got daughters and young men, you know, and maybe violence is in the house. But what are you teaching them to as a legendary example in their mind, in their DNA? If I have this conversation, I go apologize to them. I wish my mom could apologize to me. Listen, my mom used to beat me, you know, when I'm 13, 14. I was in foster care and everything, bro. Let me tell you something, like, I went through a lot. I love to tell my story. That's why I'm revealing this. I got enough magic. I used to run away for 3 days, a week, go to my friend's house. I used to catch my mom's hand, boop, 2 hands in the air, and ease out the door, say, yo, chill, mom, because I can't hit my mom back. She breaking these broomsticks, mop sticks, on my brother as well. Yeah, but my brother kind of lived with my uncle, and I used to live, at this time I lived with my mom in America. Boom, I was a young man, you know. My mom, police bring her, I was bad. Police brought me back. My mom beat me in front of the police, handcuffed, doing bad things on the road. Yeah, but you do your embarrassment, yeah, jump car, You get me? But it didn't do nothing to me, for me. I'm telling you right now, it didn't do nothing. It just made me tougher on the road. When I was on the road, it just turned me into a blood clot monster. Yeah, that's why I became a monster at a young age. I was a gorilla because I came from a Jamaican background. It was tough. I'm not saying that the warrior thing ain't needed, because right now in these time of days you need to be a warrior. But I bet you just train them on some physical combat and some mindset thing. You understand? Like I said, I used to go to my godmother's for weeks. My mom moved. It was like, man, your mom moved. She got a new house, man. Why don't you go back home, dude? She needs you there. But nobody didn't know the conflicts that me and my mom was going through, because she didn't know how to cope. She didn't have the coping skills to deal with a child like me. You understand? It was a difficult child. So I guess the beating she thought was the next best thing, or was the only thing. But I probably needed more love. I'm going to try a different method than what she tried. I'm not going to give up. You know what I'm saying? Because after the beatings, all you're going to do is give up hope when because after the beatings, you don't know what else to do but let it go haywire, because you ain't going to listen. You're going to be on the road, or she's going to be on the road with no self-love. You understand? You want your youth to have no self-love, to get in relationships where if they get into a certain situation, it's okay for certain actions to take place. No. That's the mind. And we're spiritual beings. You can't tell them something, teach them how to grow this spirit. You know? I'm a fun dad, a laughy dad, but I talk all the time consciously to my kids, like, not like they're adults, but like they're spirits. You get me? So I tell them the rights and the wrongs and the do's and the don'ts. I pressure them. I'm not saying they don't get in trouble, and I don't get in trouble. But I come back to a place of love. You understand? I try to handle it different from where I was explained. So I'm just saying, personally, I don't agree with it. And if I see your child abusing your youth, then if I don't get you, I'm turning you in. Yeah, I don't agree with it. You get me? I don't agree with rape. I don't agree with a lot of things, you know, like stealing. I don't agree. Yeah, I'm a defender. You see, the time we use these skills that we got, like to harm others, is when your existence, they're threatening the existence, your existence on this plane, on this dimension, on this planet. That is the time. You defend yourself. You put up your dukes. You start take out your arms and them thing. Then when you feel like your existence is being threatened of taking out this domain, your kids, you don't need to put no physical harm on them, because, you know, you understand. They don't need to feel like that all the time. I used to think, yeah, you know, and at least they ain't gonna listen to me, you know. If they ain't gonna listen, if they don't listen to the parent, they ain't even gonna listen to the headmaster, the police, or But that's when you gotta teach them discipline. Discipline. Zoop.